Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. Yeah, this will be the last event we have for web.lab, so thanks all for coming, and yeah. All right. So raise your hand if you know what web.lab is, or if you've heard of it. Okay, okay, that's quite a few people. That's good. But if you don't know what web.lab is, you might have, fire hosed or something, or hydrant nowadays, your IP schedule, for example, and you might have put in 6148, which is our old number, and you might have seen this, a big block of just lectures. You're right in that hydrant is accurate. We do have lectures every day for the first 2 weeks of IP, but what is exactly web.lab? So web.lab fundamentally is a web dev class taught at MIT. We teach people front-end to back-end, full stack development. We have lectures every day for the first 2 weeks of IP. We have free lunch with every day of lecture. I'm sure the people who attended lecture this year can attest that lunch is good. We have full support for virtual students. And we also run a competition throughout IP with multiple cash prizes. Finally, we are graded PDF with 6 units of elective credit. So if you take web.lab, you can actually get EECS credit. Finally, web.lab is for all students, regardless of prior experience. We have students who have no web dev experience, no programming experience coming in. There are no prereqs to take the class, and we start from ground zero and take you full stack. So in essence, web.lab is a 4-week crash course and competition. But what does this really look like? What's the curriculum of web.lab? Well, I'll give you a pretty brief overview. In week 1, we will build an app from scratch together. In week 2, we add some cool features to this app, have some advanced topics that we teach, and have our sponsor lectures. Week 3, the students for the competition will code their websites. And in week 4, they'll code even harder, and we'll have the final submission, judging, and awards, which is today. Students learn a lot from web.lab. And we first start out on the first day with some HTML and CSS. So these are buzzwords you might have heard, but essentially it's just the page content of your website, the structure, and design. Then we move on to some client-side JavaScript. We add some interactivity to your websites. How do you make your website dynamic? We teach about API calls, and etc. Then we move on to sort of the more server-side Node and Express JavaScript. This means defining routes on your website and serving pages. And then we move on to databases using MongoDB and Mongoose. MongoDB is a type of database management system. And using that, we create APIs and access and edit data. And this is all in week 1 of web.lab. In week 2, we move on to sort of the more authentication stuff, creating users and accounts, having secure login. And finally, we move on to some advanced features, so sockets, games, ML, and deployment. So as you can see, there's a lot to learn from web.lab. And we teach it in 2 weeks, and you have an entire month to build your website. We take students end to end, from the most complicated backends to the most polished front ends. And you might be wondering, what have students created in the past? And some of our winners in the past have been a really cool way to learn CSS through a game, a 3D modeling software that you can run on your website or run online, a multiplayer shooter game, a game of paranoia that you can play with your friends online, and finally, a great way to see your dorm spam without having to check your email. And finally, what else is there to web.lab? Well, there's a lot to web.lab. So some of the things you might learn are UI, UX design. You might get a taste of Course 6, a first experience in creating something, and finally, the core frameworks and technologies in the software industry. And this is not it. There's much more that you'll learn from taking web.lab. And most importantly, web.lab is not a classic MIT class. So again, we're graded PDF, which means that if you meet the minimum website requirements, which are very minimum, I assure you, you will pass the class. And we're also not forcing you to take a strict path. So our theme is very unrestrictive, and you can make whatever really interests you, and you will meet the requirements. And finally, course staff is not just professors and teachers at MIT. We are students. And we're really actively involved in making the class interesting and fun for you. So we send out feedback forms every day for lecture. We have a live Q&A doc running during lecture and help queue for students who are stuck on workshops. We have office hours almost every day of the week. And finally, we have a piazza and an average response time of 3 minutes this year. And we are very proud of that. So register for WebLab next IAP. Even if you took it this year, you can register again and compete. We would love to have you again. And yeah. So now I will transition to our guest lecture of the day. Many of you might have came for. So Grant Sanderson, who is also known as 301 Brown, will be speaking. And we're going to break for around 15 minutes. So now you can take 2 slices of pizza in the back. Please try to eat carefully. We don't want a dirty lecture hall. And also, our sponsor, Moby, will be in the back to talk to students who are interested in recruiting opportunities. Be back by 7:30. We'll have the guest lecture.
Okay, on the left side or on the wall side, there's vegetarian pizza, so it's got green peppers and mushrooms. In the middle, there's cheese, and on the inside, there's pepperoni. Please, actually try to keep it to 2 slices. Please. Thank you. Also, Moby, our sponsor, is on the side near the Infinite. Moby has some chocolates and shirts, and they're interested in talking to people who are students that are here, so go talk to them.
Appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Grant, for coming. All right, I'm going to end this Zoom call. All right. Yeah, all right. So now we're going to transition to the closing ceremony, or the awards part of the closing ceremony. Sorry for the quick transition. I have to present the awards now, but thank you so much for coming. All right, I'm going to start presenting the awards. If everyone could settle down. All right, everyone. All right, it's been a long journey for all of you. We had over 450 students enrolled this year. We had 25 days of WebLab, 89 web apps, 538 Piazza posts, a lot of questions, 887 help queue tickets, and 3-minute average response time on Piazza. And 39 hours of office hours and many more after office hours. Thank you for coming to them. Students had to learn a lot. You guys had to learn a lot. From ideation, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Node, MongoDB, sockets, and so much more. And you guys all did this in just 2 weeks to a month. First, we want to show some funny Git commits that we saw while looking through you guys' repos. So we had some successes. Stuff works. JK. Okay, now stuff works. Heart emoji. Slay. We pushed website. Yay. We had some more successes. We lock in. Pulled an all-nighter drawing cats. Final night or my final night. No one can stop me now. Haha. We had some frustration. I want to die. Will I finish this website, or will this website finish me? Stay tuned. Screaming, crying. Haven't done anything. I hate CSS. Help. Okay, never mind. Everything is on fire. I'll undo. Force push. We had some more frustration. Push before redacted does anything stupid. Oops. Oops part 2. Oops part 3. And oops part 4. I wonder if there's a oops part 5. FML. Why won't you work? Didn't oopsie. Oh my gosh, delete sucked all the life out of me. Some confusion? Not working? I didn't change this file actually, but I need to commit for some reason. Probably shouldn't leak that. Cat sounds. We loved hearing your cat sounds, by the way. What ish a pennon? I don't know what I just did. Not sure what I did. Oops, almost deleted all my changes, but they're here now. And some sadness. No dreams, no aspirations, just web.lab. I'm clowning right now. I'm so screwed right now. Why? Just why? Why won't you work? Not cool. Image is hell. And it's chill from Andrew. Andrew, thank you, Andrew. Andrew is my hero. And some questionable things. We don't know exactly what you meant by this. Merge branch, Kenneth. I appreciate it. Thank you. With this treasure I summon. Why do they call it oven when you off in the food, cold food out of hot heat? You are my special. Me when blank opens his domain. Some more confusion. Hello, Kevin. I wonder if Kevin is here. JK, now I'm done. JK, now I'm done. Never mind. This is the final. And many more. But in the end, you guys made it. And before we present the awards, we want to have some thanks to our supporters. First, Ellen Reed from MIT EECS, Lisa Bella from MIT EECS, Arvind Satyanarayan from MIT EECS, and finally, just EECS in general and Course 6. And finally, of course, our course staff. Thank you so much for helping out with web.lab. Right. More course staff. So I'd like to thank some of our sponsors this year. We had 2 sponsors. The first is Moby. I do have a description for them. So Moby is our first sponsor this year, and I'll just give a brief introduction about Moby. It's a different one than you've heard, I promise. So Moby is on a mission to build collaborative AI that enhances human capability to solve some of the world's biggest problems. Born from the MIT MERS lab, run by Professor Brian Williams, Moby's chief scientist. Moby's collaborative AI platform builds on decades of classic AI and ML technology to adapt cutting-edge theory to real-world applications. Moby's current industry focus is the travel and transportation space, and they're providing dynamic planning, scheduling, and optimization from travel itineraries to fleet management. And Moby's always looking to connect with individuals who are passionate about data and want to transform productivity, efficiency, and human decision-making. And currently, 33% of Moby graduates, or 33% of Moby are MIT graduates, and 50% have an advanced degree. And 3 are master sourdough bakers, and 1 is a world-class fencer. So if you're interested and curious about joining Moby, they would love to connect, and just reach out to us if you want to connect with them. And thank you to Moby for sponsoring us. Our second sponsor this year is Render. Render is, I'm sure you guys all know Render by now. Render is a unified cloud to build and run all your apps and websites with free TLS certificates, global CDN, private networks, and auto deploys from Git. So thank you to Render for sponsoring us. And just a reminder that we posted on Piazza a resume drop, but please make sure to do this by the end of IAP. Hopefully you guys submit by the end of Sunday, because we need to get them to our sponsors. All right. So this year we had 9 semifinalists. And we're going to take a look at some of their cool websites. So the first live demo is going to be Roomcraft, if Roomcraft could come up.
All right. So hi everyone. My name is Allison.
I'm Jasmine. And I'm Minnie, and the website that we created was Roomcraft, which is a centralized productivity hub that we designed to be as easy to use and as intuitive as possible, because I think that, as we all know as MIT students, being productive is hard enough. Why try to make that process even harder?
Okay, so now let's get into our live demo. So here we can see the title screen, and then we can go ahead and use a new account. And then we can go ahead and walk around and access all of the different components of our application for productivity here. We can also click around on the nav bar and then access different parts. Okay, so let's say that I'm a student in WebLab and I want to start a study session. So I can go over here and walk over to the Pomodoro timer, click on it, and then I can start studying. But in addition to that, what I can do is that if I want to basically go ahead and change the time, let's say that I want to take a break for 1 minute instead. So then now we can wait for this 1 minute to elapse and we can hide this timer. And notice in 1 minute there will be a pop-up that says let's start working. Okay, so now let's say that I want to take some notes for WebLab. So now I can go over here to my notebook and then I can add a new folder. Okay, and then let's say I want to take notes on Intro to React. So now we can resize the window and split screen over here. Click in. And then we can go into Intro to React. Okay, cool. So then now we can click in. And then notice that this is a rich text editor, which means that we can basically have a lot of cool things. Like, for example, we can add like headings and stuff like that. Another really cool thing is that, for example, if you want to paste in this code block, you can do that. Okay, so the timer just went off. So we paste this code in. We can also, for example, link the presentation. And then we can also embed videos, but we're running probably late on time. So we can just save this entry, exit out, go back to the notebook, and then notice that everything is here. Cool. So then now let's say that we're done with our notebook and we're done doing that. So now we want to mark off this task in our to-do list. So then what we can do is we can say take WebLab notes, and we can add some other tasks. Okay, and then we are finished with this. So then we can toggle between these 3 different displays. In addition to that, let's say that I make a mistake and I want to edit it, then I can go ahead and add a new name. And then notice here that it says you have earned 5 EXP. So now we can talk about some gamification elements in Roomcraft. So if you go over to your profile, you can see now you've earned 5 EXP. In addition to that, if you look on the right side, now you've earned some achievements. So the first achievement that you got is by writing your first notebook entry, and then the second is by completing your first to-do item. So now if you go into your journey log, you can see that now there's a dynamic story that's being generated by ChatGPT at the back end that basically features you and your Google account as the main character. So if we stay here for a bit, then the story should use your name. So, look, fun story. See, like Dear Burner account. So that's my Google account name. Anyways, so then now we can also go into leaderboard and see my stats compared to everyone else. Okay, and then now let's say that I want to share my WebLab notebook entry with a friend. Then we can go here and notice there's like a share icon, but I need a friend to share my note. So now we have the friending feature. So we go over to the friending feature and then you click into this. This is my friend's user ID. And then I can click into this search and then add her. And on her end, she now accepts the request. And if I reload, she's now my friend. So now if I go over here and want to share my notebook entry, I go here, press send, and then if you, I guess you can't see, but basically, if she goes into her notebook tab, or rather if she wants to share something with me, if you share this with me maybe. Okay, so then if I go back to the notebook tab and go into shared, then, we got a notebook entry from our friend. Okay, and then if you need some more info, you can go here and read about it. So I think, let's go. Yeah.
Slay the dragons of your life with Roomcraft.
Thank you, Roomcraft. All right. Our next semifinalist is Ambi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jing.
And I'm Sage.
And today we're going to be presenting our project called Ambi.
Yeah. So Ambi is basically a room designer audio workstation. And you basically use furniture that come with their own sounds, and you design a room and at the same time create your own soundtracks. So suppose we first want to go ahead and create a new room. Then we can go ahead and we get a blank room, and we have a bunch of room options and furniture below. So suppose that we wanted to go ahead and add furniture like a wooden table. Then we go ahead and just simply drag and drop it into our room. And all of these furniture come with sounds. So if you were to, for example, tap on the wooden table, you would... Our sound's not connected, but basically, the wooden table produces a thumping sound. Yeah. All right. So, and with each of these pieces of furniture that you place down, you can go ahead and adjust how frequent these sounds play over a looping cycle. So for example, we could go ahead and set this table to quarter notes. And if we were to go ahead and start playing, then we would see that it would go ahead and loop. And depending on your room BPM, you'd be able to speed up or slow down the general speed of the room. And here we could and then each different furniture comes with their own sounds. And you could customize visual things too, like floor color and wall color. And if you really like your room, you can go ahead and save. Yeah, floor customization, you can save it. You save your room. And if you really like your room, you can make it public as well. And then when your room is public, you can go ahead and browse the different possible rooms from other users, and you can go ahead and see what they look like. So for example, if we were to choose like aptly 2 to 2, then, once that loads, you'll be able to see rooms that other users have created, and you could play the room and see what those rooms sound like. And then if you leave, you can go and browse some more. And that's basically how our project works. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Ambi. Our next semifinalist is Maze Craze.
on. So. All right. Hello. We're in Maze Craze. I'm Dat.
I'm Chris.
I'm Daka. And basically, our game is just a maze game that's multiplayer. And the goal of our game is just to create a space where people can have fun with their friends. And so, whenever you first go into the website, there's this nice animation. Then you can log in. Then once you do that, it'll show this dashboard with all the possible pages you can navigate to. There's the Find Game page, which is where you find current games. There's the Create Game page, where it has the lobby. There's a Customize page where you can change your keybinds, and it'll show your player stats as well as your username. And then there's the Tutorial page.
Yeah, and just to put Maze Craze into a couple of words, Maze Craze is basically just like a fun, interactive multiplayer party game that basically involves traversing mazes, collecting coins, and round-based perks. Yeah, and now if we go into the tutorial page, basically the entire objective of the game is to collect as much coins as you can in the maze with players in the lobby. So there's 5 rounds, and after each round, a perk is stacked onto the game. And by the end of 5 rounds, there'll be 5 perks that are applied to the entire lobby, which will make everything kind of chaotic. So your basic controls are WASD, and we have 8 perks that can be applied to the round, which we can demonstrate inside the lobby.
So that will make a lobby 20827. We find it, we join it, and you can talk in the chat as well. If you can see hi, yep, and when we start the game, you see your player color show up on the screen as well, and it's just a 20 by 20 grid. Basically, you collect 5 coins, compete against other players. When it comes to player interaction, you collide with each other and just block each other's path as well. It's a 30-second time limit on each round. And when it comes to movement, we've seen it like previous maze games do things such as like tapping to move, but for this game, you can just hold down the buttons. You can hold 2 buttons at once as well to like have smooth movement. It's pretty easy to use as well. So round is about to end, so we're going to see 10 seconds till next round. And then the round, this one's really fun. It's called 3 Blind Mice. Basically, it spawns 3 blind mice to go in random directions in one direction. And then it'll be, when it interacts with you, it'll basically, okay. This is really unexpected. This never showed up. Okay, let's just see okay, it's unfortunate. Give us a sec, please. Can you check on render? It crashed. Where? Sorry, this has never happened. Let's see. Want to do it on our own? Want to do a local real quick? Okay, let's just do a local real quick. It is what it is. Anyways. All good. We can still play this round. It's just about 3 minutes. So, okay, we're just going to play an individual right now. So again, it's just going to begin on round 1. And I guess we'll just wait until the 30 seconds round ends so we can begin and like describe the other perks that happen in the game. Okay, so basically the crown is to display who's the top player at the moment. So when it comes to like having competition in this game, being able to like know which player is on top and like possibly some perks such as social distancing, which you could kill the player, figure out which player you want to sabotage to have some competition in the game. Okay, so this perk is called Hydra Coins. So every time you collect a coin, just like cutting a Hydra's head off, it has a chance to like spawn an additional coin. So it splits into 2. So as you can see, if you collect some coins, there's more coins throughout the map as well. Yes. And then there's other perks such as, let's say, Wandering Coins, in which when it comes to Wandering Coins perk, the coins are able to move every second. And it's a really cool synergy with this perk as well because you see like multiple coins spawning in and multiple coins moving around. It makes it really fun to see as well. But obviously in a game, since there's only 5 rounds, there's only 4 perks showing out of the 8, so we'll see what ones we're able to do. Okay, so this one's called Who's Who, in which basically everybody in the lobby, unfortunately we only have 1 player, so it's going to affect this 1 player, but it's called Who's Who, in which basically everybody will have the same sprite. In this case, it will just be a gray circle. And individually, it just shows 1 circle But if you had other people, it would be all the same sprites. And when it comes to the crown sprites, it wouldn't show as well because the person in the lead shouldn't have an advantage of knowing which one is them compared to other people, like not being confused of which player they are being. Yeah.
And then, like, one thing that's really interesting about this game is that every game that you play won't be the same game. And like, the way that is like, in each round, a different maze is possibly rendered so that you won't be playing in the same map every time you play the game. And also, because of the variation in perks and how each round a random perk is basically like inserted into the game, there's a ton of variation. So it's really like cool to see how like different perks can interact with each other.
Yeah. And this one right now, as you can see in the image, is called Wandering Coins. And as I previously described, it's every second a coin moves a different tile in a different direction. Yes. Okay, so the round is about to end right now, and we'll see what the last perk of it. Okay, so this is 3 blind mice. Let's go see if this is able to do it this time. We'll see. Yes. Okay, this time, okay, sweet. So basically, 3 blind mice is basically it spawns 3 mice, and they move in random directions. Basically, every half second, if you interact with it, the player will die, and you see the player disappeared, and is able to spawn back into the game 3 seconds later. So it makes it pretty chaotic when there's perks such as, let's say, Maze Haze, in which has limited point of view. It becomes kind of scary in which like you're moving around and you like just get like jump scared by a mice. Lots of times it happened to me. And also if it comes to things like Hermes Boost, which increases player speed, it could be you can accidentally crash into the mice a lot of times. Anyways, so after this 5th round, is going to go and display right now the leaderboard. And as you can see, the winner is the only player, Rune Daka, and congratulations, Daka, you won. I guess like if we could go back to menu and check customize, you'll see that as the statistics go, every game you play, it updates how many games you played, how many wins you have, and how many lifetime coins you've gained from that game. And overall. Is there anything else we need?
And then that's just the gist of our game. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Maze Craze.
Unfortunate, bro.
All right, our next semifinalist is Memoya.
Well, hi everyone, I'm Annabelle.
I'm Sophie.
And we made a productivity tool called Memoya. The name comes from the word memoization, which is basically a technique that allows algorithms to be sped up by storing function callbacks and cache data to make processes easier. And so what we really wanted to accomplish with Memoya was making it really easy for users to feel connected with their work and it to be a more personalized process instead of just having like words on a page of like everything you have to do. Another thing we wanted is we want it to be really centralized, so you have everything that you could possibly need to be productive in one place, and it feels uniquely yours. So let's go through our website and see some of the things. So we have a burner account here, and then on the dashboard you get this nice like royalty-free music. Yeah, you get these nice like floating pets too. Okay, so let's add a subject. So we go to the edit page at the top, and basically you can choose from this list of pets which pet you want to associate with your subject. So let's say we're taking class 101. We'll put like a bear to represent class 101, and like a cat to represent class 202, a chicken for class 303, a dog for class 404. So then we can go to our dashboard, and it's time to start adding our assignments. So let's say we have like class 101, right? And we want to add our first task. So this could be like your pset. So you can write like pset 1. You can see it shows up here as like an unhatched egg. So that's when you haven't started your task yet. So we should try to spend some time with our task so you can get it started. So let's spend some time with our task. We can set it to in progress because we started working on it. As you can see, it hatches into the cute bear. And we have 2 timers because sometimes you just want to grind it out and you don't want like a Pomodoro, so we have a stopwatch too. You can just And then this is the timer. So you can like either do Pomodoro or you can just like go to stopwatch. So let's like try to spend some time with it. Okay, let's just spend like 2 seconds with it. And then upon stopping, we can see how much time we spent with it at the bottom. And then also on the summary page, you can see the time you spent with all of your classes. And you can see it by class. So also if you click on the pet, you can see like stats for it. So you can see how long you have until the assignment is due. You can also see like how long you spent with it. Yeah. And so do you want to try like looking at the calendar? You can see like when each pet is due, and it's color coded by which pet it is. So if we look at the due dates, we can see on February 2nd is blue, and that corresponds to this assignment, which is due on February 2nd. So you can very easily visualize what's due when. You can also write notes, like you can see here. So he's writing, today I should eat the chicken. And it'll show up for another day that like you want it to be. So it'll be like, today I should eat the chicken on February 3rd. Yeah, we should try like adding some more pets so you can see what it looks like when there's more pets in our dashboard. So let's say we add another assignment for our second class, and we can set the due date for that. And let's like spend a little more time with it so we can see what it looks like on the summary page. Yeah. Oh, this is what happens when your tasks are overdue. They show up as like this skull. So make sure to submit your PSS on time. Yeah. So if we spend some time with it, yeah, we can go to our summary page. And you can see now it's populated with class 404 and showing you that on February 1st, you spent this many minutes with it. Yeah. And then we also have an audio player in case you are tired of opening up Spotify on a different tab. So click the audio player, you can play some tunes. And we also have a library where you can select from different songs in case you don't like this song. Yeah. Yeah. And then we also have different themes that you can customize, so you can make the user interface very personalized. And we also have dark mode for people who like dark mode. Yeah. And then so this is what it looks like if you have like a more populated dashboard. So Sophie already, it has all her pets in here. So yeah, there's all the pets, and you can see like when things are due. You can see on the page you have all of your data. It shows you how much time you spent during the week, how much time you spent on each subject, and like how many pets or assignments you finished in total. So yeah, Momoya, we really just wanted it to be like intrinsic motivation. You get satisfaction from finishing your work, and you're really only like trying to be a better and more productive version of yourself. And also cute pixel art makes you very like motivated and happy to do your work. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Memoya. Our next summit finalist is Sherdam.
Hello everyone, my name is Leanne, and today I'm going to be showing you Sherdam, which is a user that allows, a website that allows users to receive items from other people for a short period of time, or lend out their items for a short period of time. So how I'm going to do is I'm going to have two windows, and you can identify one with a black bar and one with a white bar. All right, so I'm going to first start with the black bar. I'm going to sign in first. And first, you can go on the catalog and see there's a lot of items that maybe you need to borrow. And let's say that I need a graphing calculator for my midterm next week. So I can submit a request that I need this item from next Monday to next Tuesday and send a request. And now it's telling me to check my profile page, and I can see that indeed this item is now in my request pending for approval. So also in your profile page, you will be able to see your name, the number of points you have, which is will be constantly fluctuating based on you uploading your shares or you borrowing other people's items, and also your reviews. And these reviews come from any interaction with you as a user. So this could be people who have used your items or people who have lent you items. They all can review their experience with you. All right, so now I also want to show you guys how to upload an item to share, and this is how you can gain more points on the site. So I'm just going to put like a fake item here. which would, so let me upload an image of the item. We're going to go with a drill, because I don't really need a drill, but I'm sure someone else would need one. Alright, so this item has now shown up in my shares page. And if you go to the catalog, it will pop up there. Alright, so now I'm going to go to a different profile and request that item. Alright, I'm going to go to catalog and I see, oh my gosh, a drill. I totally need that for a short period of time. So I'm going to go in and make a request. And as you can see here, I requested this item for 3 days, and now the point values are changing. So what this means is that Leanne will be getting 42 points. I have to spend 42 points to use this item for 3 days, and Leanne will get 42 points for like lending it to me. But I also get points back. So any interaction on this site, you get points back. So this helps to keep the cycle going so that like as you use the site more, you get more points to work with. So you never have to spend money to borrow items from someone else. All right, so I'm going to send a request. Again, the item's going to pop up in my request pending for approval page. Going to go back to Leanne's page, go to profile, my shares. You can look at this item's activity. Oh, someone wants to use it. Let me approve this request. And we go back here. Refresh it, and now the item has popped up in use. All right, so let's say this period of time has gone over. I finished using this item. I can leave a review for 5 more points. That's crazy. So I'm going to leave a review. Let's say, like, I leave a review for Leanne. Like, she was not, like, catfishing me with, like, the item. It was very great. But Leanne can also leave a review for me, right? Maybe I return this item, like, completely broken. So then now, like, she can also leave a review for me. So all of these reviews will show up in like your own reviews page. As you can see here, return broken. And any other people's reviews you can also see in like the catalog. Like for example, here, if you click on someone else's like reviews, you can see their reviews. All right, so that's my site. Thank you, guys.
You shared them. Our 7th semifinalist, or 6th semifinalist, if my HDMI would work. Our 6th semifinalist is HexBlend.
Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Evan. I'm Justin, and we're Team Bus. Our creation is... Sorry? And we made HexBlend, which is a multiplayer color blending game for casuals and competitive players. We're going to run a quick live demo since we're short on time. If you have a laptop out, feel free to join using the room code 455C53. The link is hexblend.onrender.com. We'll try to include as many of you as possible. We have only tested it with 15 people roughly, so hopefully we can handle more than that. Once again, the code is 455C53. You should see it change color if it's a successful code. It should be a hex code that is determining the accent of our lobby right now. Okay, and in the bottom left, there's a hexagon with a question mark. Feel free to click on that to learn how to play the game. I guess I'll spoil a little bit. You'll see some colors, and you'll see some arrows, and you're going to be mixing those colors. Just be ready for that. You want to make it like, yeah.
Alright, so as the game loads in, you get a countdown, and you want to try to make the color which has a name, and the names are pulled from the Bear Paint library. So every single color is just a Bear Paint. There's also a help section in the middle, and you can use your number keys. Do you want to go? And at the end, So now the leaderboard loads in, and the top is the color you're trying to make, and then you can see everybody's how everybody did and what their color breakdown was. And we can move on to the next screen. And yeah, okay, we normally don't have this many people, so yeah. Okay, wait. I think my Wi-Fi is free.
Okay, I think we should just we can.
Yeah, I think we used too many people.
Yeah, feel free to create your own lobbies and play along. If you have friends sitting next to you, just create your own lobby. It's fine if you have many lobbies, but not many people in one lobby. So yeah, feel free to have a host and share that link around with the neighbors around you. We will try to host a smaller game to demonstrate more of our properties. You want to do blind mode? So we're going to go on to show a couple more features of our game. We have this thing called blind mode, where we hide either the mixed color that you're mixing on the bottom of your screen or the target color at the top of your screen. That will add some extra challenges, so you're trying to figure out by intuition what color you're making and also what color the bear name refers to. All right, I think 5 is good. Yeah.
All right, so this is blind mode. We're just going to do one round with a few people. The challenge here is that you cannot see your own color, and you have to go solely based on your intuition about what this blends that you make down below would produce. And then, again, we can see the distribution of colors there. Now, let's also try double blind mode here. This is an extra twist where not only can you not see your own color, you're also unable to see the top color. You're only given the name of the color, and then you have to kind of guess what it would correspond to. Our teammate, our teammate Evan here is colorblind. He's a really big fan of this mode. So now let's go look at single player. Our single player mode is called Zen. Here you just have an infinite supply of colors, and the base colors are fixed. You can see your percentage down below, and yeah, here. That's good.
Do you want to go to Matthew's? Yeah. So you have like the profile picture stats from your past rounds, and you can also save your colors. Or these saved colors are the ones that you hit 98% or more on Zen mode, and also any 4900 on like live mode. And you can also share a link to your profile. If you guys know Matthew, he's in the middle there. He played a lot.
Yeah, this is an example of a great profile. He actually created a bot. We showed this game to him like a week ago, and he made a bot that uses linear programming to solve our game. And
the 5K on the blind mode earlier was Matthew.
Yeah, shout out to him. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Hexblend. All right. To our To our next semifinalist, Productive.
everyone. I'm Andy, and I made Productive. There isn't a lot on the landing page, but it's basically like a combination of a cat game and like a productivity app where you can like make like rooms and like complete tasks with other people. So let's try that. So I'm gonna sign in with my burner account and make a room. So you can select the like capacity. I'm gonna set it to 8, and there's only one thing right now, cafe, but yeah, and then create a room. And if any of you guys want to join, you can use this join code HPPMDI. And basically, you have like your tasks up here, and the like virtual room down on the bottom half. And like we can see that we have like a cat here, and if we want to spawn like more cats, we can like enter a task like, let's say we want to finish like a pea set. And if we complete a task, we can see that we get an achievement, which I'll like go into later, and some more cats spawn. So that's basically like the incentive to like complete tasks. And we can also view other people's tasks. That's crazy, that. And you can also view their profiles. Like how many tasks they finished, sessions completed, the cats they've seen, and their achievements. And you might also notice that we got some biscuits down here, 5. And you can use that in the store to buy toys that you can place down, but we don't have enough, so let's finish another task. So that's enough for the yarn ball, and if we buy it, we get another achievement, and we can place it down onto any of the spawn points. So let's place it here. And yeah, you can also go to your profile to set your like username, like this, set your bio. And also go to achievements to like compare the tasks you have, or sorry, compare the achievements you have to like the rest you can like unlock for like completing tasks, completing sessions, buying more toys, and there are also these rare cats that have like a really low chance of spawning. So if you play this enough, you can probably like find or see one of these and get these achievements. And you can also set like the volume of the music and the SFX, and also toggle notifications for the achievements. Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but you can also set the music in a room, though it's only like local to your like, it's only like client side. So we can select another lo-fi track. And let me log into my other account so you can see what it looks like if you have more content. So on this account, I have almost all the cats. These are the rare cats I've seen, Comet, Oi, and Gojo Katsuru. And I've gotten these achievements. And that's basically it. Thank you.
Thank you, Productive. All right, now on to our next semifinalist, Dine and Dash.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Thomas.
I'm Crystal, and let's start with a question.
How many of you guys have been to Panda Express? Okay. And how many of you guys know that it's not authentic Chinese food? Oh my god, crazy. Well, with the surprise you guys have on your faces, we want to show you our website, Dine and Dash. Okay. All right. So anyways, to your surprise, yeah, sorry, Panda Express is not authentic Chinese food, but we wanted to address the problem of awareness about dishes from different countries and around the world so that people can have a more well-rounded understanding of different cuisines and different countries around the world.
So once you open up the page, once it loads, hopefully it loads. Yeah.
So slow.
I should have just kept it open. It's true. Could we pull it up on someone else's computer? Because I think my internet is just not. It's just dine dash and dash dash. Okay, so now, once you log into the page, you're greeted by Agent R, who's a raccoon, notorious for stealing food, and he gives a little introduction about what your mission is, and so from there you can either go to the instructions or you can begin the game, and so we'll just check out the instructions first. And so here you have a mission briefing. It's not brief, so you can go through, read step by step how to play the game, but we'll go ahead and skip that for now. And so you can either go back to the home page or you can begin the game. So we weren't logged in, and so the site will let you know that while you can play the game while you're not logged in, your stats won't be saved. And so we'll go ahead and go log in first. So once you're logged in, you can go check out your profile, and you can see your name, how many heists you've completed, your fastest and slowest heist, as well as the number of countries you've been to. And you also have an avatar that will represent you as you play during your game. And so you can be any of one of these super cute icons or avatars. And so we'll just use Traveler Raccoon, I guess, for this one. And then you can go back and you can begin the heist. So you have the choice of doing easy, medium, hard. We'll just do easy for the sake of time. And then here's another rundown of how to play the game, which, because most people probably didn't read through the super long briefing. And so we can just go ahead and begin. So once you're loaded in, you have the map as the game. In the bottom left, you can see that you're starting in Syria, and your goal is Burundi. And you can locate your end goal with the bottom left button, and you can go back to where you are in the bottom right. And so this is just a pop-up that will remind you, if you haven't made any moves, of how to play the game. And so we'll go ahead, and you can start playing the game by just clicking on an adjacent country. And so I'll leave the audience to answer this. If anyone can answer, what's a popular dish in Jordan, and which of these four is the correct answer? That's correct. And so when you get a question right, oh. Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties. So once you get it right, you have it shows the correct answer, and then it also has a Wikipedia link, just in case you want to learn more and learn more about the dish. And so we can just go to the next country, and so we're trying to go down, and so we'll click on Israel next. And so can anyone tell me what one of the popular dishes in Israel is? Okay, yeah, so everyone got it right. Yay. And so we'll just keep playing the game. And then this one will actually show if we get it wrong. And so when you get it wrong, your avatar goes back to the country before, you were at before, and then you have to keep playing. So either you can go to the same country and try your luck again, or you can go another path. And then we'll keep going. If anyone knows the answers, feel free to shout them out, because we're not that. Oh, never mind. She's too good at it. So if anyone knows. Anyone have any idea? Anyone have any idea? And so sometimes the question will give you the same dish again, so you know the answer this time. And so once you get to the end, your mission successful. Finally, we completed it in a time of 4 minutes and 1 second, and we captured a total of 9 dishes, or that's like 9 countries visited. And so then you can go to your profile, and you can view that the heist count went up, and your profile will update if you were somehow faster than 10 seconds for us, or slower than 4 minutes for us. Or that was our slowest, so
Yeah, but that's the game. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dine and Dash. And then our final semifinalist. Our final semifinalist is Melting Pot. Oh, okay. You should.
I don't think so. Oh no. Oh yeah. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Rachel, and my partner's name is Catherine. She's not here right now, but we made this game called Melting Pot. So have you guys ever found a multicultural competitive or multi-player competitive hot pot game online? You haven't. So the internet needs one, and we decided to create one. So we open up Melting Pot right here. You're introduced to this homepage, and you're able to log in to my non-burner account. You can see that this is what you see on the top left is your name and your level. So if you were to go to rules, here you can see like some words and sentences that tells you all the rules, and it would go to recipes. You can see all of these dishes you can make in a game and the ingredients you need to make these dishes. But who wants to read all these rules anyway? So let's click on the tutorial and actually have a walk through the game without reading everything. So you can see right here, this is your current level. And you can gain XP by winning games. So every game, you get 10 XP. And as you level up, you can unlock chopstick designs. To change your chopstick design, you click on this chopstick, and you can see this customized chopstick page. And everyone starts with 3 default designs. So you see the black, the blue, or the red one. And you can unlock more designs as you level up. So let's quickly change it to blue, and then you see that the chopstick changed to blue. And then when you click Start, you can enter room selection, and this is where the multiplayer capability comes in. You can either create a room or join an existing room, and I'll quickly show you how single player works through the tutorial. So you create the room, and this is your game code. And down here will be where the players in the current room is. So each game can have a max of 3 players, and as the players enter the room, you can see the name and the corresponding chopstick design. So if you click Start, this is what the game looks like. This is how much time is left in the game. So each game is 2 minutes. This is the scoreboard, and that's how much money you have. So the objective of the game is to get the most points. But how do you get points? You can get points by either cooking or eating dishes in the pot. So if you're playing with your friends, then you guys have to fight for the food in the pot, which is how hot pot usually is. So, but be careful. If you eat a raw dish, you can lose 10 points because we don't want people to get food poisoning. And let's quickly show you how to make a dish. So you can click on the recipe icon to see the dishes you can make again. And if you click on a dish, you can learn more about each dish. And say we make tomato and egg for now. You can buy the tomatoes and eggs in the store. And you can buy them, quickly buy them. And then you can click on the inventory to see what ingredients you have. So to cook, you click on the plate. And you put the ingredient onto the plate. And the chopstick will become non-see-through when it's a raw dish. And you click on it, and it becomes a bubble in the pot. If you see that it's a bubble, that means it's not cooked yet, and you don't want to eat it. And when it's cooked, it becomes the dish. And then harder dishes will give you more points. And if you leave the dish in the pot for too long, it'll become overcooked. That means no one can eat it. And you can fight with everyone to get the most dishes. And that's the end of the tutorial. So let's quickly play a game. Hopefully, Render doesn't crash on me. It's a max of 3 players, so if 2 people can join my game, that would be helpful. Okay, now, yeah, I'll start. So you can check the recipes here, and since I've created the game, I kind of know the best strat. It's just to spam octopus and just create octopuses, but then, yeah, and then just try to fight for the dish. Let's see who can click it faster. So since I clicked it before everyone, I get that dish. So if Jackie or Kelly can make something, but then I took it before them. So we can just finish this one game, I guess. And I have some more money. I can make some other things. Someone clicked it when it was raw, so you guys lost points. Sorry, Jackie. Yeah, someone can eat this octopus. Yeah. But let's wait for this game to end, but we can make more. I'm running out of money, so if someone wants to make some food for me to eat, that'd be helpful. Yeah, so like each game is different. You get to find the best strategy, and so like depending on which dish you make, they're all worth different points. And to incentivize people to actually make dishes, you can also gain points if you make a dish. So no one just like sitting here waiting for people to make food. So Jackie won, and Jackie got 10 XP. So she probably unlocked some of the designs, but here are some designs. Yeah, and that's it.
All right, that was our very last semifinalist. Can we get a huge round of applause for all of our semifinalists? Everyone put in a ton of work into the websites that they all created. And I think it's really cool that a ton of people in this class, including the vast majority of the semifinalists, walked in a month ago with absolutely zero experience with web development whatsoever, and then built that in less than a month, which is absolutely insane. And now we are going to go on to recognizing some of the websites that our staff found particularly intriguing. So, before we dive in though, we have a couple of highlights. So these are websites, or just moments, when as staff we were testing all of the websites, and we found these moments really amazing, but it wasn't like enough to warrant an entire award or something. So we just have a couple little screen recordings of some fun moments. We need the audio. Sorry, give us a sec, because the audio is the most important part of this one. So we are featuring a website where basically you log your nutrition and you log your workouts, and you have cats that correspond to different muscle groups. And the homepage has all of your cats. So if you remember from the Git commit section, there was one commit that was cat sounds. That was this. And then we had another website, which was really fun. It was a website where it'll teach, oops, sorry, I don't know how to use a MacBook apparently. I actually, okay. This is one where you can teach your boomer parents or whoever the newest Gen Z language. So WebLab staff had a great time testing all of these websites, as you could tell. And okay, and now I'm going to hand it off to Kenny to announce our very first awards.
Thank you, Abby. So as Abby mentioned, we had a lot of fun testing your websites, and it was really hard to choose all the awards. But we're going to start announcing the awards. So our first sponsored prize, awarded by Render, is the most responsive UI design. So this is awarded to the team whose website fares the most well under different screen sizes and devices. And this award goes to Memoya. Congratulations.
So if you can't tell just by this screenshot, the homepage of Memoya actually just shrinks down so you can scroll through all of your tasks. Each of your tasks takes up the width of the phone. And then you can also have your calendar and all of your little daily notes at the bottom. So it's really handy for on mobile.
All right. On to our special prizes now. Our first special prize was most unique concept. So this is awarded to the team that created a site with the most unique, interesting, or compelling concept. And it features an interesting problem that doesn't have an established solution or addresses a competition theme in a creative way. And this award goes to Ambi, most unique concept. All right. I think for the sake of time, we will go through the rest of the awards. So our next award is Most Innovative UI Feature. So this award is awarded to the team that implemented the most innovative, well-designed, and interesting UI feature. And this award goes to Shelfie.
Shelfie is a app that is basically Goodreads, but better. But not only is it better, they got really creative with it, and it's basically like a little cozy room. And so it's rather than having just like, tabs for what you want to read, currently reading, have read, have reviewed, whatever, they have it displayed so that if you click on this little box, then the screen will display like a box, and it'll have all the books in it. Or the currently reading, it'll display as a table if you click on that. So really making it fun to interact with. All right, so these next awards are for teams where their websites didn't fit into the categories of semifinalist or any of our other very specific awards, but we really wanted to recognize them for just outstanding websites. So we have 3 staff pick awards this year. And to be clear, these are not semifinalists, but ones that we wanted to recognize. And so those are Fish, Shooties, and Beaver Race. And we will show what these are in a minute. Our first staff pick award was Fish, and this is what it looks like. You have your little avatar, and you walk around in this adorable little world, and then you can type in the username of one of your friends, and then you go to their habitat, and then you can walk around with your little friend. It's adorable. We love it. And so we really wanted to show you guys this incredible UI that they built. All right, next staff pick for another amazing UI feature of sorts is Shooties. So this is one that has to be played on mobile, and it's an AR shooting game. So you look around with your camera on your phone like this, and then enemies pop up here and there. Dang, okay, I guess my GIF didn't render properly. But basically, little enemies appear, and then you shoot them and you kill them. And it's really fun. It's kind of addictively fun. All right, and then our last staff pick was given to the team who made a game that was, at first glance, we looked at it and we were like, okay, there are all these dolly images of beavers, and we were like, what the heck is that? And then we start playing it. And then several members of our staff just can't stop playing it. And so basically it's like Type Racer, but with trivia. And so Throughout the entirety of staff judging yesterday, Jay was grinding Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo lyrics trivia on Beaver Race, and so we wanted to shout them out for that. To be clear, this meme is a joke. Jay is really good at multitasking. He was doing both very well simultaneously. All right, now I'll hand it off to Kenny for the next award.
All right, so our next award goes to the People's Choice. This Webby Award was, as you guys know, all the websites were posted on Facebook, and the website that received the most votes won this award. So the Webby Award goes to, with 159 votes, Unsubscribe. So Unsubscribe was a website where it displays all of the free food dorm spam, and it also allows you to post free food, and it automatically sends the email to the free food dorm spam also.
One kind of random funny moment with this was that we didn't realize that it was set up to send an email to the free food dorm spam, so Kenny wrote free food Tony in 26100 while we were staff testing, and then immediately was like, whoa, cancel. Thankfully, nothing was sent to the free food dorm spam.
Yeah, we marked it as gone immediately. All right. So on to our next awards. So the next awards are awarded to our semifinalists. They worked very hard and came in for judging this morning and are back again here today. So congrats to all the semifinalists, and now we're going to announce the awards. So the honorable mentions this year go to Melting Pot, Productive, and Roomcraft. Congratulations.
All right, next up, we are going to announce our 4th place winner of web.lab. We're getting down to it, you guys. This is so exciting. 4th place, we have Sheridan. We thought as a staff that this concept was really uniquely useful, and the execution was extremely clean. We found no problems with it. It was just really polished and cohesive and well executed.
And now on to 3rd place. The 3rd place winner is Memoya. Congratulations. Memoya is, as you guys saw, it's a productivity app with very cute animals. Your pets can die if you don't, piece it with them, so make sure to take care of them.
Also, shout out to them for hand drawing on Adobe Illustrator all of the pixel art for the pets. When we first opened up this app, when we were staff testing it, we were talking about it, and we pulled it up. And then some of our staff members were like, wait, this was the group that was asking us for help in office hours for how to make their pets die. And then for the entire rest of the semifinalist judging, we referred to it as the Dead Pets app. All right, next up, our 2nd place. Can we get a drum roll, please? 2nd place is Maze Craze. So Maze Craze, this was really fun because we've seen Dat Daga and Chris in the front row of web.lab for the entire, since the very beginning of IAP and at every single office hour since then. So it's really cool to see their creation come to life. This one, you didn't get to see the full chaos in their demo because of the render crash stuff. But during staff testing, this one had us I was just hunched over my computer staring at it and yelling, which one is me? Which one is me? And spamming the keyboard. So it's amazing. It's so fun. All right.
All right. And finally, our 1st place award, can we get a drum roll again? Goes to Hexblend. Congratulations. So as you guys saw, Hexblend is super fun to play. Staff could not stop playing it. Even yesterday and today, we just keep playing it. And there's so many possibilities, so many players, and we just thought this award would most appropriately go to Hexblend. So congratulations. All right. So, lastly, just some reminders. Of course, we can't end a lecture without reminders. So, drop your resume at web.lab.is/resume drop or scan the QR code here. And come get swag at the front before you leave. We have shirts and stickers, new stickers. And if you fill out the course evals, you can also claim your special Buka Buka party sticker. And finally, if you're interested in being staff next year IAP, please apply at weblab.is/recruitment. We would love to have you. And you'll be contacted shortly once you apply. And yeah. Thank you, everyone.